I spent years playing the role of the lesser sibling. My sister Diane was the golden child, while I was treated like the hired help. As a single mother to Evelyn and Jason, I endured countless family dinners where my children were treated like second-class citizens. While Diane's kids wore designer clothes and demanded special meals, mine were told their thrift store outfits looked practical. The tension finally snapped last Sunday. We arrived late due to car trouble, and my parents barely looked up from fawning over Diane's new luxury car. When the family decided to order expensive takeout, my father pulled out his gold pen. He warmly asked Diane's children what they wanted. They ordered sushi with gold flakes and truffle pasta, sparing no expense. My kids waited their turn, eyes lighting up at the thought of a rare treat. Then, my mother's face turned into a cold mask. She looked at my children and said, "Your kids can eat whatever scraps are left in the kitchen. They aren't guests here." The words felt like a physical blow. Evelyn stiffened, and Jason clutched my hand. Diane just laughed, reminding me that I'd be covering her meals all week while her husband was away. My father even told me to go set the table like a good servant. In that moment, everything crystallized. This wasn't just a dinner, it was a power play to break me down. "Evelyn, Jason, we're leaving," I said firmly. My parents snapped that I was overreacting and that the kids could just have sandwiches. I didn't look back. As we walked out, Diane revealed they were planning to force her into my shoebox apartment for months while they sorted out investments. That night, I took my kids to the best steakhouse in town. Their gasps of joy told me everything I needed to know. We were worth more than scraps. While we ate, I called my godmother, Irene. She had been waiting for this call for decades. She dropped a bombshell. My parents were broke. My father's business was a facade, and Diane's home was in foreclosure. The luxury mansion was mortgaged to the hilt, and Irene was the one holding the loan. They were 3 months behind on payments. The next morning, the family showed up at my door, desperate and disheveled. They tried to push their way in, but Irene was already there with her attorney. The empire was collapsing, and they had planned to manipulate me into housing Diane indefinitely. I looked my father in the eye and set my terms. No more insults, no more scraps, and no more treating my children like outsiders. I offered them a lifeline, but only if they accepted my boundaries. For the first time in my life, I held the power. 6 months later, we are in a new home. My parents have downsized, and Diane finally has her first real job. The toxic cycle is broken. My children now play in a backyard of their own, knowing they will never have to settle for someone else's leftovers again.